for July 6, 2021. My name is Christian Zizali. I'm acting chair, co-chair for absent Bob Gallagher. In accordance with the governor's state of emergency regarding the pandemic, we are conducting all of our public hearings virtually and following those rules, which are available elsewhere. With that, I will ask to have the roll call.
Mr. Zizali,
Here.
Mr. Burnett. Here. Mr. Walsh,
Here.
Dr. Chen,
Present.
Mr. Dews,
Present.
Mr. Gallagher.
We have a quorum, so we will go on and conduct our business. As I mentioned before the hearing, we have no public testimony, so we will not be swearing anybody in. Has everybody reviewed their agenda for this meeting today?
Yes.
Can I have a motion?
I move that the agenda for today be approved as written.
Second?
Second.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Okay, we'll move that. With that, next on our agenda is approval of meeting minutes for last hearing, which was June 16th, I think. June 16th. We had some email edits. Everybody saw those. Anybody need time to re-review them, or can I have a motion on them if we feel comfortable?
I move to approve the minutes for June 16th, 2021.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Meeting minutes are approved and entered into the record. Number 4 on our list here is a deliberation and vote on variance 2021004 for 413 Schley Road. This was the new garage construction application. Does anybody would like to start the discussion?
Oh, Christian, if I can just jump in, just
Oh,
for the
sorry.
record,
Yeah.
this was a continuation from the June 16th hearing. It was held open just to see
Oh,
if there were
right.
any additional public comments.
Thank you for
And
that, Kevin.
to that end, there were no additional public comments, and there was no additional documentation for this
Okay, so I
application.
think officially I have to close the record on that if I'm reminded. So
Yes.
we will close the hearing for variance 2021-004 and move to the deliberation and vote part of the procedure. And I believe somebody was going to start speaking.
Mr. Chairman, I think I found that based on the record that was presented before us and the application is presented, that it meets the requirements of a variance. Most notably, it's a very unique piece of property, and I don't see any necessarily if the primary motivation is any financial gain. In my mind, it's a pretty clear-cut case of meeting the conditions of a variance, and I would move to approve it.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Walsh. Anyone else have any additional comments? Seeing none, can I have a motion?
I don't have the number in front of me, but I move that
It's
20
2021-004.
I move that 2021-004 be approved. That it meets that the application meets the requirements of the code as in relation to a variance, and that any recommendations suggested by the Planning and Zoning Department be incorporated into the approval. That's my motion.
Okay, for reasons stated in the staff report, et cetera, as we normally do. Okay, I think that was nearly a complete motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor of approval of 2021-004 as submitted?
Aye.
Aye. Congratulations, you may now move to the next phase of your project, the permit. Good luck.
Thanks all.
Yep.
Appreciate it.
The next on our agenda is the extension. I think this is, I have it as a Word document here. No, new business, sorry. Is there any new business before the board? Seeing we have none, we have ambitious new business last time, approving our own rules. So we will take a break from such lofty ambitions and move on to the extension request for, what is that one? Hold on, I have it here in front of me. The variance 2020-001 variance extension request. Kevin, do we have any background on this? Is the first, second? How many extension requests have we gotten?
I think this is the first extension request. I
Okay,
don't know if Jackie was going to speak up. Cynthia, who was the planner on this, is out of town this week. But I
I'm
believe
just
this is the
looking,
first extension request.
I'm just looking for confirmation that it's the first. Mr. Martin, is there anything we'd like to know about the extension? I mean, you're due 2 extensions as a matter of routine business. We tend to give the first one without any explanation. But if you feel that you might eventually run aground and need a second, it's good that you get on the record with why you needed the first. You don't have to, but it's your opportunity.
Sure. Yeah, this is indeed the first request, and we've had a death in the family of the applicant. So there's some family illness and some kind of reconsidering of exactly the process, and it just happens to coincide. The timing has been coinciding with when the project would have been starting had this not happened. So this is more of a functional. If they decide they will continue, we'll fire it back up as soon as we get everybody kind of, I guess, able to make that decision and proceed as we would have in the past.
Okay, so you as an ordinary business, you get a 6-month extension. I'm not sure what the dates are. Whoever your liaison with the planning department is can affirm what those dates are and remind you if you get close to that 6-month date, you'll have to come back before us and get another extension. Hopefully you'll have some clarity, and I'm sorry for your loss.
Yeah, I agree.
So,
Thank you so much.
Right. I believe Cynthia also forwarded to you a copy of the original opinion along with the extension request, didn't she?
Probably.
Yeah, but that has, the opinion has the end date in it.
Yes, yeah, I've seen it.
Right.
August 11, 2021.
Right.
That was the date of the original.
August 11th, 2020 would have been the original when it was approved. And
Granting, right.
when you get a year, so it goes to August 11th, 2021. So it would be 6 months from then.
Which I think is November something. Is that right? Maybe.
No, if you start in August, it's August, September.
February.
Well, it's from the August
February.
20th date. It's not from today.
No, it's not
Yeah,
from
it should be
today. It's
February.
from the date it expires, the
August
6-month
20th.
clock.
Right. So September,
February.
October, November, December, January. So
February.
February 20th.
Roger that.
All right. And that is not, and I don't need, I mean, as acting chair, I can unilaterally make that motion. I mean, make that approval. So your extension is hereby granted.
Thank you very much.
Yep. Okay. Back to our agenda. Let me see what we got next. That was it, believe it or not. I think we've set a new record. 8 minutes. Is
I love these meetings.
At least you didn't have to go far for it.
That's right. I don't know if I could have gotten to City Hall in 8 minutes or less. Certainly not parked.
No.
No way.
Last chance. Any other business for the board, public or private?
We have
otherwise?
to have the rules that, that you all had previously discussed, and their posting time is up, so you all could make a motion to that or vote to.
I'm going to defer that till when Bob gets back. He's championing that, and he deserves
Oh,
the
okay.
privilege of voting on that or holding the vote on it.
Agreed.
And it's not on our agenda, so I don't want
Okay.
to.
I think
Jackie,
it was, okay, I can remember.
What's the preview for the August agenda?
The second meeting, it's so far away, I don't know that I can give you a preview because it's not until the third Wednesday
Okay.
in
Nothing.
August. I mean, it's really hard to predict what will be ready by then.
Anything in
To
the pipeline?
Are we back in public on the 12th? I mean, in September? Or we haven't?
I don't think they've made a final decision about that yet.
Okay.
They're still mulling, discussing all of that. I mean, there are merits to having online, the Zoom meetings and
No
they've,
doubt.
one thing I've heard is that they feel that the attendance, that the number of meetings that has had to be canceled because of a lack of a quorum or a lack of, it has seriously declined. So there are pluses and minuses.
I would agree with that assessment.
My
I mean, there is-
understanding was
it is
that the
challenging
virtual
to
meetings were
block out
continuing.
to do 2 nights. I think this board deserves to understand that if we go back in public, it would be the planning department's intention to only do 1 night. We wouldn't go back in public and take advantage of the generosity of this board to try to work us 2 nights a month.
Well, I will broach that subject with the director, that you don't want to meet, if you're going to go back to public meetings, you only want to meet once a month.
I would think that would be the intention. I mean, I mean, just the added travel time and the parking and all associated with it, and it's a challenge now. But I think we're all a little more amenable to it because the meetings are efficient and short. But if we were doing 3-hour Zoom meetings twice a month, I think there would be some discussions necessary.
Okay, duly noted.
Okay. And
Jackie, do we have a date for our meeting in September?
What would be
I mean, is
The
there any
first-
change?
it would be the 2nd if it was a real meeting. I mean, it'd be.
right? I haven't didn't even have the heart to get into September yet.
Okay.
I have one
But-
down for the 7th as tentative, just a
Right,
tentative
I
on the
mean,
7th. Yeah, that's
So,
Rosh Hashanah though.
Well, wait a minute. The
Right,
7th is this.
well,
is
we
the
can
second
talk about it
Tuesday.
right now. Is there anybody here who's not going to be able to do September 7th?
Yeah,
What?
I cannot, which is why I was
Okay.
asking.
Why did we
Yeah,
skip
and-
the 2nd? Remind me.
7th,
September 7th.
Yeah, I know, but that's the 2nd Tuesday of the month.
that's.
No, it isn't.
No, it's the 1st.
September starts on a Wednesday. Okay, September 7th, no
Oh, I'm looking at
Nadine.
Thursday. I'm sorry, you're right. I was looking at the wrong T.
Okay, so
Like,
no
I could do
Nadine.
If it's live,
Christian, will
I,
you be? I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
I mean, again, I mean, I'll probably be available. It depends on if it's virtual or in person, whether I'm traveling or not.
Me
but
too.
I have no known reason at this point to not be available.
Was there anybody who definitely knows they will not, other than Nadine, that they will not be available, who wants
if
to let me
if
know?
it's in person, I won't be.
Is that Mike?
Yeah, it's Michael. If it's in
Okay.
person, I won't be.
More
I'm-
evidence to the availability of both virtually, yeah.
Okay, how about Mr. Dews, Andrew?
I am not available, whether regardless of in-person or virtual, I'm not
So
available.
Andrew is a no for anything. Robert?
Yeah, and I'm pulling up the schedule now. I know I'm going to be out of town. I just don't know if it's through the 6th or 7th. So I may be traveling on the 7th. I'm not sure yet.
Right, the 6th is Labor Day, so.
Oh,
Right.
it is. Oh.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the problem.
Yeah, I was going to say I may be traveling on
My
the
work
7th.
calendar doesn't give me it doesn't show holidays.
Well, that's because you're
Don't
not
get any.
supposed to take any holidays.
Right. They order those
So,
calendars
Robert, could you-
special.
Can you check and let me know?
Yeah, sure can.
Okay.
Okay, that's
I
a
have
little
two
ways off.
definite no's and one not in person no. Okay. At this point, and I'll see what Bob has to say. And who am I missing? Oh, it's everybody 6. Okay.
All right, hearing no other business before the board, may I entertaining motions for adjournment.
I would move to adjourn as usual.
I second it.
Keep the tradition going.
Gotta
Second?
get your name in there, Andrew.
Yes, that's right. Hey, it's good to know your role in life, right?
Well, we'll see you in August.
All right,
That's a
thank you.
second.
A motion, all in favor, voting aye.
I.
Aye.
The hearing is
I'm
closed.
going to do my way.